proud of you, man. So proud of you. Talk about complimentary football at its finest. Complimentary football. All three phases, dominate. All three phases, straight dominate. Guys, I'm so proud of you. Man, that's a big win, baby. That's a big win.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, Tony Smith in South Florida to call the Bowl State Championship game tonight. But we have a very suitable tag team partner in with us this morning. Good morning, everybody. Jaguars Today. I'm Mike Dempsey, and sitting to my immediate right, Mr. Donovan Darius, who may have had a few shocking flashbacks when he heard "uh-oh" playing coming in this morning.
I said, turn that off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Is it bad memories for
put
you?
Put it in your headphones and keep it to yourself.
Just don't need that, man. Is that where it all went wrong for the Jags in the late 90s?
Well, it could with that soundtrack, but yeah, after that song came out and guys were singing it, I mean, it's great to be jubilant and they have high expectations, but for some reason that song got turned around on us because the Tennessee Titans at the end of the game, they was over there on the sideline with their little up there, I was like, oh, shucks.
You got to admit, you set yourselves up for that one as it turned out, but hopefully maybe this Jaguar team, whether it's this year or sometime in the near future, Donovan can fulfill the promise of all the great Jaguar teams in the past and get to the Super Bowl and win that thing. So we'll see how it goes. But it's good to see you, man. How you been?
Awesome, man. Been pretty good, man.
Haven't had you in a while. You've been busy coaching, right?
Yeah, have been. You know, again, I was coaching at Duval Charter School this year with my buddy Beasley.
Yep.
Over there, man. We just having fun, man. Like, we're a lot the same. We just love coaching. We just love giving the kids everything we have. We didn't have a lot of coaches, so we coaching everything. I'm coaching defensive backs, linebackers. I'm teaching offensive linemen how to kick step. I mean, we just doing everything, but we having fun. You know, the guys came around. We actually, Sofa was there, last year with us, and so we just made the best, man. Cause we love working with the kids. Yeah,
I gotta love that, man. And you had a good year, right? You guys made the postseason.
We started out pretty rough because again, it's not a big school and there's not a lot of talent that comes in, but we made the best of it, the best we could, and we made it to the playoffs. And so we made it to the playoffs. We had a great opportunity to win the game. Every team says, man, we should have won it when they lose, but I think we really should have won it. We had a couple things at the end that kind of changed things, but it was good to build the momentum. We came into that playoff game with 3 straight wins in a row of 40-something points on the offense. Matter of fact, we had a switch in the middle of the year, offense coordinator, and Bees took over the offensive coordinator stuff. And so Bees plays Madden a lot. And so Bees start bringing to the game a whole new playbook, all these Madden plays, and they just seem to work.
Are you serious?
And listen, it was totally crazy because he just, he got the cards. I mean, he was big with it. He had a ring with a card with all these index cards and all these plays, and he would just show the play. They would go out there and do it. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I mean, it was amazing.
That's nuts.
It was amazing to see, man.
I mean, and those kids probably know that offense because they all grew up playing Madden. They all know that. I recognize that route concept and stuff like that. I don't know how well you know Dylan Denmark. Dylan does some coaching over there at Baldwin with the defensive backs. I feel like you guys are basically twins.
Okay, double D.
Double D. And double D right here, defensive backs coaches. What about that, Dylan? Are you, as you said, are you a better coach than Donovan Darius? Which you were
Probably
claiming?
not.
No?
I'd say no.
hey, as long as you're about fundamentals, consistency and discipline of technique and fundamentals, we good.
Yeah, and teaching the kids what to do the right thing.
Exactly.
All right, you're going live right now, aren't you?
I am.
You're always live.
Facebook,
everywhere
exactly.
you go.
So exactly, man. Let them see what you're doing. Hey, Aunt Nettie, how you doing? She watching it.
What's up? And we're live on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, but go ahead, where can folks catch your
just
feed?
on Facebook, man. Donovan Darius. You guys can just check it out there, man. So just
you're live like on a daily basis.
You know what's interesting?
Right?
You know what's interesting? People may know. Again, I have my youngest daughter, Dominique, who went to UCLA, USC, and this year she went to Syracuse, and she plays basketball. Scholarship, so she's their starting point guard, doing great and everything. I used to videotape and vlog all the time. You know what I mean? And she was so young, but come to find out now, that's all she does. She has a vlogging channel. She has her own podcast. I mean, communication, everything. And it's amazing to see sometimes, as they say, the apple don't far fall from the tree.
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing. I mean, wherever I'm around her camera's up. She got a more professional camera. Her camera's up. My phone is up. That's all I need. And we're just capturing everything, man.
The kids these days, man. I mean, that's what it is. Somebody talked to me about it last week. I was on somebody's podcast, and they talked about the democratization of media. Now, if you got a camera, if you got a phone, you can go live, and if you got something to say, people can tune in, check it out, and determine whether or not you're worth listening to.
Man, listen, you can make a lot of money with this camera.
It's crazy.
You can do it. You can capture moments, and people like content.
I missed that window. I'm just here. You know what? If y'all can make any money off these streams, you go right ahead. I'm just happy to have a job talking to this mic, and happy to be talking about a very successful Jacksonville Jaguar team. I know that's very near and dear to your heart, obviously.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a conversation about the Jaguars in December about moving on playoffs versus talking about draft. You know? I mean, like that's
at least 3 years, and that team in 22, Donovan, felt like it was like the magic ride of are we going to get there? This team feels inevitable now with the 9 wins with 4 to go. That they're gonna. The question is, how highly are you seeded? Do you win the division? Do you get a home game or maybe even more?
I mean, I think with Liam and what he's doing with his staff and just the consistency and how all the guys are just kind of coming together and clicking at the right time. I mean, it always matters. We always talk about the season being 4 quarters, what you do in the first quarter for, first 4 games, next four. And I think right now, the fact that they just won they're on a 4-game winning streak is really building momentum when it really matters, because now they've been tested. They lost some key games. They lost, like the game Texans. I mean, was a big upset, but at least it happened early enough for them now to go win 4 straight and build this momentum going into this last quarter of the season.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that this week, and I think the players are reflecting that. They're using that as a reminder, that collapse against the Texans, to drive them, and it's driven them to a 4-game winning streak, top of the division, a game lead with some tiebreakers there. So hopefully they'll keep that rolling. I think they will this week. The question will be, can they do that through the remaining month of the season? So Double D's here. If you want to get in with Donovan today, you're welcome to do that. We'll get to your calls and whatnot at about 30 after the hour. We got Brian Costello of the New York Post coming up next to give a little preview of what's going on with the Jets coming into town. Who's even going to play quarterback for that team this week? Who's going to be healthy and available? That's coming up next. Your Chad and Sandy real estate question of the day today, asking you simply where things stand at this point in the season, which Jaguar has most exceeded your expectations. That can be a player, that can be a coach, or a member of the front office if you want it to be. But we've gotten a lot of great submissions on the player front on that. Hit us up today at MD_1010XL. Don't forget my man at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
All right, Donovan Darius in studio, John Ogier in hour 2. This is Jaguars Today. We'll talk Jets, the next opponent, coming up with Brian Costello of the New York Post, straight ahead on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. It's the one they put in high gear.
Keep going. We got to keep going, keep going, keep going.
It's the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville drive of the game. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville on 1010XL.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday.
On Jaguars Today.
Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
At Trinity Christian Academy, students excel in academics, grow in faith, and lead with purpose. Students excel in the classroom and on the field. TCA Athletics has won 14 state championships, and 30 athletes have gone pro. Families choose TCA for strong academics, biblical teaching, and a community that partners with parents every step of the way. Seats in K3 through 12th grades are filling fast, so apply now at tcajax.org. tcajax.org.
Prosser here. The Drill will be live from the West Side for Trinity Christian Academy's baseball team's first annual golf tournament. It's at Eagle Landing Golf Club. Nationally ranked Trinity Christian Academy baseball, golf, and the Drill. Join from 6 to 10 this Friday.
'Tis the season for savings at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acres Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more, Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The good guys wanted to pour onto what was an amazing performance at home, and they showed that the rain wouldn't rein them in. In the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find Tim Patrick for a 7-yard touchdown, making the score 28-10 with 7 seconds left in the first half. The Tim Patrick score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville Trucks. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Jaguars Today on 1010XL.
Maybe.
We got Donovan Darius in studio with us today. We're going to head up to the Big Apple as the Jets are coming down to take on the Jaguars this weekend. Jags on a roll right now, having won 4 in a row. Jets in the midst of a less than super season at 3-10 right now. Brian Costello covers the team for the New York Post and good enough to give us a few minutes this morning. Brian, thank you for the time. How are you, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right, you got it. I guess the obvious question here, there's several with the Jets, but who's playing quarterback this week? Does Tyrod have a chance to make it back with the groin injury? Is Fields in the mix, or are we going to see Brady Cook down here?
Yeah, we don't know yet. We're talking to Aaron Glenn at 12:30 today. I think we'll know more then. The only real clue right now, though, is the Jets didn't work out any quarterbacks yesterday. So they don't need to add someone. So they must feel pretty good about either Tyrod or Fields being able to play this week because I think if both of them were out, they would have had to add another quarterback to the roster, to the practice squad at least. So, we'll see what he says. The Justin Fields thing was a little weird. He practiced last Wednesday. Obviously, he hasn't been playing the last few weeks. Practiced last Wednesday, popped up on the injury report on Thursday, and then they shut him down on Friday for the game. they said he had some knee soreness, so that didn't seem that serious. So I would think Fields could be available, and then we'll see with Tyrod how serious the groin injury is.
Gotcha. What is Garrett Wilson still eligible to come back, or is he shut down for the year?
Yeah, no, that's another one we'll find out today. This is the week he's eligible to come back.
Okay.
I would think I would think they would bring him back if he's healthy enough, because it didn't. That wasn't a real serious injury, the sprained knee, and then he kind of came back and he re-injured it, so they put him on IR. But I see the value in playing him the last 4 games if he can play. So I think we'll find out later today if he's been cleared for practice.
In the meantime, the Jets have a couple of kind of veteran cast-offs here. Adonai Mitchell never clicked with the Colts. He's had his moments here in New York. John Mechie, a couple of stops in the NFL before he got to the Jets. Could these guys be part of a turnaround future for New York after this year?
Yeah, I think that's probably a reach to the turnaround.
Okay.
I think they could have a role next year on the team. One of them at least. Mitchell is intriguing because he's so fast, and you see the separation he gets from DBs. But there's something missing there, right? Like it just didn't click in Indianapolis. He had a big game against the Falcons 2 weeks ago. He had a 52-yard catch, had 100 yards. But, it doesn't show up consistently. So there's something missing there. And then Mechie's had a couple touchdowns for the Jets, but he's also had some really brutal drops. So I think they'll be on the team going into training camp next year, and I could see probably one of them sticking on the team. But more likely they're going to be a third or fourth receiver, and I think the Jets probably have to go out and get a number 2 receiver this offseason.
Overall, what kind of job do you think Aaron Glenn's done with what he's had to work with this year?
I think he's had some good moments, some bad moments. He's learning on the job. It was a really rough start, 0-7. He had some bad games coaching-wise, some really questionable decisions. He sort of settled in over the last 5-6 weeks. I feel like it's been better, the game management. And before last week, before the Dolphins game, they had been playing hard, and they've been playing close games. They lost a couple to the Patriots and to the Ravens, but they were close games. They were beating the Ravens at halftime. And then they just came out and laid an egg last week. It was a complete dud against the Dolphins, down 21-0 before, you could even blink. So that hasn't been great. It's a question of how overvalued was the roster. I thought the roster was better than this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, he's had some rough moments as a first-year coach. But he's going to be back next year. There's no question about that. And, we'll see if they can improve the roster this offseason for him.
Well, there's always a few bright spots, even in a bad season. Down here today, we're talking about Jaguars that have surpassed our expectations so far. Are there players on the Jets that you feel like, even in a lost year at 3-10, that these are guys that are worthy of some kind of recognition for what they've been able to accomplish?
Yeah, a couple that come to mind. The cornerback Brandon Stevens, they signed from the Ravens last year. They signed a free agency to a 3-year, $36 million contract that sort of raised eyebrows, and he's played well. The one problem, though, is he hasn't gotten any interceptions. As no one on the Jets has an interception. I'm not sure if you've seen that stat out there. Amazingly, they have 0 interceptions through 13 games, which is hard to do. But, the one area where the Jets can feel good is special teams. They are excellent on special teams. They have returned, I think, 3 kicks for touchdowns. They blocked a field goal for a touchdown. Their punter, Austin McNamara, is one of the best punters in the NFL. Nick Folk, the kicker that they signed, the veteran they signed back at training camp, he's missed 1 field goal all season. So that's the area. They are. You do not want to kick to them. They can bring it back, and even if they don't go all the way to the end zone, they're getting long returns. So I think special teams is the area that's been kind of the biggest bright spot for the Jets this season.
I'm talking here with Brian Costello of the New York Post. I can look at the numbers. We don't see the Jets every single week down here, Brian, but it feels like, given the circumstances, Breece Hall's having a pretty good year, averaging nearly 4.5 yards a carry, should go over 1,000 yards pretty easily this year. Is that maybe one of the lone bright spots offensively for this team?
Yeah, Breece has had a good year. Some of his usage has kind of been strange. They don't throw to him enough, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, it seems like Tyrod Taylor is the only quarterback that seems to throw to him. They didn't throw to him enough last week when Brady Cook was in there, and Justin Fields never seemed to throw to him. But, yeah, I think Hall's done a nice job. He's going to be a free agent. I would expect the Jets to bring him back next year. So I think he's done a good job playing himself into a new contract.
You look at the defense. Obviously, the Jets decided to move on from a couple of veterans, got a lot of draft pick compensation for future years. When you look at what they got for Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, understanding where they were in, their evolution under Aaron Glenn, do you feel like they made the right moves? And should Jet fans at the end of the season look back and say, you know what, it was a bad season, but we've at least set ourselves up for the potential for success?
Well, I mean, the problem is what they do with the draft picks.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
That's what we got to see. You're not going to know for a few years. And they're two different situations. Quinnen Williams, a little bit older. He wasn't happy with his contract. He wasn't happy with it. He had been here for 6 years, losing, wanted out. He requested a trade. So that's they got a nice haul for Quinnen Williams. I think they had to move him. Sauce Gardner was a different situation. They had just signed Sauce Gardner to a contract extension this summer. He's a younger player, really good cornerback, and that one made a little less sense to me. I get it; they got a huge haul. Getting 2 first-round picks for a player is incredible, but he's a really good player. So they got to have to go out and find another Sauce Gardner, in my opinion, with one of those picks. So that's that part. And their defense. You look at their defense right now, and there are no stars on this defense, and so they basically put themselves in a situation where they have all these draft picks, but they've got to find some defensive players this offseason to rebuild this unit because it's been bad. They gave up 239 yards rushing to the Dolphins last week. And like I said, 0 interceptions. They have 1 takeaway all season. It's hard to,
Right.
What's the biggest cliche coaches talk about, right? The turnover battle? Like, hard to win games if you have 1 interception, or 1 takeaway and 0 interceptions all season.
Oh, bro, the Jags know all about it. They were the worst in taking the ball away last year, and it's completely turned around in that department this year. So, defensively, I mean, like you just laid it out, it feels like you can kind of pick your poison against this Jets defense. They haven't been a ball-hawking unit. They've lost some guys, most recently Jarvis Brownlee going on IR. Our former Jag, Andre Sisco's on IR. So they've got some guys who are out in that secondary. But again, Miami just ran it down their throats. I mean, are the Jets at this point, it's tough to say this with a month to go, but are they a little mentally checked out after that Miami game, or do you think they've still got fight left in them?
They haven't been before the Miami game, so I'll see. Like, I haven't seen them. I don't think they will be, to be honest. They're a younger team, and the teams that I've covered that have sort of mentally checked out are older teams, usually veterans kind of pack it in. Younger guys, they have a lot of guys on this team who are trying to win jobs for next year, whether it be with the Jets or somebody else. So I'd be surprised if they mentally checked out. And the thing, Aaron Glenn is a pretty good motivator. I have some questions about X's and O's and things with him, but he is a good motivator. So I don't think they'll quit on him. I think they'll be ready to play. I just, it's a talent problem right now.
Sure. Brian Costello, the New York Post. Brian, as we get ready to wrap up, I saw it today. Field Yates did a mock over at ESPN and projected the Jets to make a trade up to the number 1 spot and get a quarterback. A lot of people are looking at this draft. We haven't been doing much of that for once here in Jacksonville, and
we're lucky you.
I know, right? But usually this is our December routine. But in this case, it's a draft. There's no surefire superstar quarterback. At least that's the way it's felt. Maybe Fernando Mendoza's worth it. Maybe he's not. Do you see what is the plan, do you think? Obviously, that'll be considered. I would think they've got the capital to make a bold move, and who knows where they'll ultimately finish and how big of a move they'd need to make up the board. But do you see them going more the veteran route or trying to push a bunch of assets into the next big thing?
Yeah, I think it's too soon to know. We got a long way to go. With the draft, and Mendoza's stock is probably going to fluctuate as how he plays in the playoffs, and then the combine and everything. But it does feel like this is not a loaded draft for quarterbacks, so it would be a move up, I think. But you talk about those trades. I think that's the beauty of those trades, right? The Jets did create flexibility for themselves. They have ammunition to trade, whether that's to move up in the draft, like they could get to number 1. I think, I don't think they're going to finish below 7th, 6th in the draft, so they'll be able to move up to number 1 if they want to. Or if some veteran shakes free, sometimes there's weird things in the offseason where all of a sudden the veteran quarterback becomes available that you don't see coming. they can move first-round picks for that. They have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. They've got 3 second-round picks. That's ammunition to make some moves. So I'm not sure which way they'll go right now, but I think they have the flexibility to do what they want. Whatever they decide, they'll have the flexibility to do it this offseason.
What do you see happening on the field this Sunday, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't looked at the Jaguars very much yet, but just looking at the results, it's hard for me to see the Jets winning this game. I don't see a path really for this because, like I said, if you're looking at a team that's better than you, the way to win is create turnovers, and the Jets can't create turnovers. So I don't see that happening. And the Jaguars are playing well, and the Jaguars are playing for something. The Jets are, have already been eliminated from the playoffs. So I don't see the Jets winning this game.
All right, brother. Well, listen, we always appreciate your insights on the Jets, and you got a front row seat there for the New York Post covering the team, and folks can follow your coverage if they don't already on the X platform at Brian Coz, that's C-O-Z, for Brian Costello of the New York Post. Brian, we appreciate the time today. Always enjoy your coverage, and happy holidays to you and your family if we don't speak to you again before the new year.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I mean, it's a tough spot there, Double D. No turnovers, no interceptions, and you just gave up 240 on the ground. I mean, what do you even do as a defensive player to come up with a game plan for how you're going to slow down anybody right now?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were talking about, when you play games and you lose games, how does that affect you? And I said, a lot of times first, after a game is lost, I look at how I played, personally, and then I look at how we did as a whole defense, because I can't handle what we do as a defense. I don't control how I do. And so if we lost a game, am I really, really sad? Well, not all the time. If I did my job, because it's about consistency. And so when you get a team like the Jets, and we all been there, and you don't have a team that can stop anybody, can't create turnovers, it becomes very, very hard because you're trying to figure out what can I do. And when you got these teams, especially a 3-10 team, that just shows that you haven't been doing a consistent job because you ain't been getting turnovers. You probably haven't been making tackles if teams are running all over you. And so it's really tough when you're looking at, where are the holes that we fit, that we fix. And first it starts with you. And so it's challenging. I mean, this is a high performance business for a reason. And if you can't make adjustments and turn it around and get consistency and have production, it's going to be a long year, and a lot of times it's going to be a short career.
And I think what we saw from some Jags teams that were struggling to win games in recent years is that then you end up getting guys that try to do somebody else's job, right? Like, I've got to make the play, and then you lose your gap integrity, and one guy gets out of place, and then it leads to a big run, and the whole thing kind of snowballs in on itself.
No, it really does, and that's when it becomes really hard, because you can have guys that are passionate about what they do and they really want to make plays. But like you mentioned, if you're doing somebody else's job, then you're not doing your job as well. And it's hard because, it's like everybody, I always tell people, it's like when you got different players with different motivations on the team, everybody's in the canoe, right? And we're all going to a destination. Well, everybody in that canoe is not paddling at the same rate. So they're not doing exactly the same as you. And some of them basically are not paddling with the same passion, but it's the ones that are not paddling in the same direction. Those are the ones that you really got to be able to address. And what that looks like on a team standpoint is you got to say, okay, we will make mistakes, okay? We will make mistakes, but who are making these mistakes consistently? Who are doing things that are not a part of the defense, not a part of the game plan, not a part of our standard? And if that standard is being compromised, those are the ones you got to identify. And it doesn't matter whether you're 10-3 or you're 3-10. And I've been a part of those teams. I mean, you got to remember, a lot of people love the former Jaguars because, hey, we had 4 years of playoffs, but there were a lot of tough years. Was it 6-10, 6-10, and we've had those years where around this time, like you guys was talking, you and Brian was talking about, people kind of pack it in around December. And so it gets really, really tough. But this is what this is when you can really see who your leaders are on your team and who are those guys that are really professional.
And who are the guys that have exceeded expectations? That's our question of the day today. Let's come back and find out who Donovan Darius would put in that category. If you want to get in with Double D, 641-1010 is the way to do it. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Door Studios. Superior products, exceptional service.
AA Automotive helps keep your car in dependable travel condition. Stop in today. They'll check the brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and AC to get you right back to your holiday plans. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Full service auto repair you can count on.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday on Jaguars Today. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, your long-term solution for weight loss.
Want a fresh and flavorful tailgate this season? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad perfect for lunch, parties, and your tailgate. Order 3 ways at one of 4 area locations. Call 1-833-MY-CHICK or online at chickcatering.com.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. There's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community, and now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKEfarm.com, the farm at Okefenokee.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being a peacemaker. Friends, so often we can only want to help people who are in our inner circle. But God never had inner circles. The world was his inner circle, and he's depending on us to make a difference and to leave our mark in this life. So go out today receiving his peace and then sharing it with the world.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
I'm Frank Frangi for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bregan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Trevor Lawrence reigned pain against the Colts on Sunday. The Golden One recorded 244 yards on 17 of 30 passing and added 2 touchdowns in what was a dazzling performance. The kid shined bright despite the conditions, and he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Fernandina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Fernandina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and find them in Fernandina.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, more Jaguars Today on 1010XL.
All right, Double D in the house, both of them. Dylan Denmark and the original, Donovan Darius here with us. Tony Smith's got the day off, at least from Jaguars Today. He'll be calling the Bulls game tonight, going for a state championship. Good luck to them. Good luck to Reigns. Bring a couple back home to Jacksonville over the next couple of days. Donovan, let me ask you just what are your impressions of Aaron Glenn, who's bringing the Jets in here? You guys didn't overlap here. He had a brief tenure with the Jags. That was your 1 year in Miami in 2007, and he was here for part of that year. Just what is your impression of him? You know, what was it like as a coaching candidate? If you have remembrances of, I know you didn't play directly against him. You're both defensive players, but what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't play against him directly, but during the times that we were playing together, we both were on the working with the NFL Players Association, and so every year we would go to our conferences in Hawaii and whatnot, and then get on several calls. So I got a chance to know him, pretty good, and he was down to earth, humble guy. You think about it, I mean, just small guy, 5'9", whatever, 5'10". I mean, short guy, but he was just, as somebody mentioned, like he has a motor about him. He has a non-give up mindset, that attitude that you need, that dog mentality to get things done and to overcome challenges. So I think that's what he really brought to Detroit when he was there, and then it just kind of carried over. He was a person for details, because that's what allowed him to play at the highest level he was. And so I would have thought that that's what he's bringing to the New York Jets as well. I mean, it's always tough, as we know, for a first-year head coach. For a lot of times, statistically, Liam is, they're right in the boat, and he's doing better than average. But I think what he's trying to do is build the team the way that he knows how to build it. And you have 53 guys for a reason, and every guy may jump on board. Every guy may, build in with the program. But I think, again, from what I hear, he's doing the best he's doing a good job. He's doing the best he can. The record doesn't reflect that. But time will tell. Give him 3 years and see if this is the role for him, or is the coordinator role where he has he's not managing the team as much, but he has a direct impact, to one side of the ball.
We know he was outstanding as a coordinator, right, as was Liam Cohen, and that's why he got the opportunity here in Jacksonville. And, you talked about, is everybody kind of pulling in the same direction? I think that's been a priority for the Jags, that if you're not fully on board, like if you're not happy with your role and you're going to express that, you know what? There's another team that we're not trying to stand in your way. Go have a nice career in Philadelphia, Tank Bigsby or whomever. How important is that? I know you talked about making sure you have everybody pulling in the same direction. I would imagine a locker room can absorb one or two guys who are not always happy all the time, as long as they're performing on the field.
Oh, most definitely. You have a locker room full of different type of personalities, and when you can get those personalities and understand them and put them in the right position to make plays and to lead, with character and consistency, I mean, that's what you want. But again, this year, I think what they put together as a staff, as a scheme, trying to figure things out, and then what the players have done, as I always tell guys, I've never seen a coach make a play. Right. Okay? But he can create an opportunity for you to make a play. So now it's up to the 11 guys on the field at the same time to go out and do it. And I think that's what's been the key for these guys over these last 4 games, especially this 4-game winning streak. They've found a way to work together and connect together. I mean, you've seen runs that are just busting open. You've seen guys peeling off, get blocks. You see interceptions. I mean, that pick that Devin Lloyd had last week, I mean, it's perfect. I mean, he had that same one, multiple games ago where he took it about 90-something yards, where he faked the blitz. He kind of came out and just kind of there. So they're seeing things in a better way to be able to put themselves in a better way to make a play.
Devin Lloyd's one of the guys that certainly fits this category for a lot of people players that have exceeded expectations. You think, though, that Travis Etienne's one of those guys?
Yeah, I definitely will, because, I mean, I go back and I know how valuable Fred Taylor was for us, and the load that a running back takes. I mean, and the hits that he take over and over and over, and all his effort doesn't get a chance to get showcased because of touchdowns, this and the other. But Travis Etienne, it seems like every week he comes to work. You know, he runs hard. He's a hard runner. He's just looking to make a play. And so to see him having some success this year, having some touchdowns, I know, again, looking at the stats, you know, we are like number 5 in terms of rushing touchdowns. And a lot of the credit goes, of course, to the offensive lineman. But then also when I see Travis Etienne out there, it's a reward for the hard work that he's been putting in, especially over these last few hard years.
Yeah, and Travis Etienne is averaging 4.6 yards a carry, so he's certainly brought that back up after having a couple of subpar years in that category, and it's a good time for him financially as well in the final year of his contract.
I'll tell you what, that contract year, baby, that's the time when
it's
you want
pretty
to
magic for a lot of guys.
Or the fans may look and say, wait a minute, why didn't he do this last year when he had 2 years on his deal? But it is coincidental, but sometimes it's very much opportunistic. And so, hey, grateful, great opportunity for him.
Yeah, look, you're performing for every other team out there as well as your own,
yes,
in a certain sense. But you know what? The story here in Jacksonville is not complete, so we'll see what the future holds for Travis Etienne. The future for us includes welcoming Donovan Darius back for another segment. John Oehser next hour. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Wanted to know, who are the players that have most exceeded your expectations? You can hit me up on X at MD_1010XL or on the text line at 641-1010. The text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
It's the state championship, and the Bulldogs' 12th title is on the line against Cardinal Mooney of Sarasota. Tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, Jacksonville. It's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday on 1010XL. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember, only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 10th, 2016, Lamar Jackson wins the 82nd Heisman Trophy Award, the youngest player to do so at 19 years old.
Ready for huge holiday savings? It's the Expert Automotive Giving Garage. This Christmas, they're driven to give back. Bring in any new wrap toy donation and get $50 off any service. That's $50 off repairs, diagnostics, or maintenance just for helping a child. Plus, they're giving you 50% off your oil change, $50 off any service with a toy, and 50% off oil changes. The Giving Garage at Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Host your holiday party or company event this season at Voodoo Brewing Company in San Marco. Enjoy award-winning craft beers, creative cocktails, and a scratch kitchen serving fresh, delicious food. Nothing like typical bar fare. Voodoo Brewing Company is the host site for Swamp Sessions after every Gators football game with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser. Celebrate the season by booking your holiday party at Voodoo Brewing Company in San Marco.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream clean it, rebuild it. CSS.
Time's running out. The $2,000 federal tax credit on AC replacement expires December 31st. Bold City AC will help you upgrade to a qualifying energy-efficient system and give you a $1,000 cash buyback for your old unit. If your AC is old, loud, barely hanging on, replace it this month to lock in a $2,000 tax credit and an additional $1,000 buyback. Bold City Heating and Air. Free estimates, next day installs. Visit boldcityac.com. 'Tis the season for savings at Green Acre Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday, now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acre Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Hey, is your home ready for the holidays? Hicken here. Spots are filling up fast. Lock in yours today at ZeroResJacksonville.com and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, LVP. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Everything you need to know about the Jags. Jaguars Today on 1010XL.
All right, we'll get a call or two in here with Double D in a moment. Donovan, what are your thoughts, if I could, on what you've seen this year from the Jaguars secondary? We're just talking about on the break. Caleb Ransall was drafted to maybe change the dynamic on the back line of the defense and went on injured reserve, unable to play this year. But between Dewey and Eric Murray and Antonio Johnson's been coming on lately, the safety position has kind of solidified. And just the secondary as a whole, what have your impressions been?
I mean, anytime I look at the team, any team, especially defense, I always start with the back, just to kind of see what they have and especially with the safeties to see how well they do overall with the run game, tackling, and then when the ball's in the air, are we making plays? What are we doing on third down? And so I think one of the successes for the team this year was the fact that they were ranked so high. Right now I think they're ranked like third or fourth or something. Yeah, third in takeaways.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that matters. I think they're ranked like fourth in terms of interceptions with like 15. So when I look at that and I see the takeaways that they're getting, it really says something about that at least either there's pressure getting put up front or the guys on the back end are doing a greater job of dissecting where the ball is going and making plays.
Yeah, no doubt. I was thinking as you were describing Aaron Glenn earlier, you've seen, I don't know if you've gotten to know Liam Cohen personally that much, but you see the way he carries himself. You see the way he acts in the locker room and the way his players respond to him, right? He's a guy who is like he gave Trevor Lawrence a shove when he came off the field. It's like, you did that, in a positive way. Do you like that kind of coaching style, that hands-on and willing to get a little bit emotional?
No, I mean, you do. I think there's a place for both type of coaching, right? The player type of player coach, and then the ones that are just kind of, the head.
Stoic.
Exactly. There's a place, but with someone like Liam, especially as you're trying to turn an organization around and get something back on track, you want a coach that's going to feed that energy and receive that energy. And so you feel like he's one of us. And because I always see him, I see him sometimes when he takes that breath, right? That breath comes when we make a play or we make a bad play, and he just takes the play. So that way he's not just reacting with this, that, and the other. He's trying to be stoic. He's trying to be cool. He's trying to keep everything. But you can see that there's something in him that's reactive. But I think what we've been doing this year has been good enough that he's been able to pour his energy into the players and receive it as if he's one of the guys.
Yeah, just looking at some of the numbers of what you're highlighting, the Jags takeaway. 15 interceptions is tied for second, right? The Bears have 18. The Chargers, Seahawks, Jacksonville, Houston all have 15. They had 9 total turnovers all year last year, and they have 15 interceptions with a month to go in the season.
I'm telling you, man, when people look at the game, it's very easy to see before the game even ends what's going to happen and who has the highest percentage chance to win. It's the teams that can get off the field on third down, and it's the teams that have the takeaways. And if you can do that, then you're giving yourself, your offense, more chances on the ball, and you're giving them, by third down, getting the offense off the field and getting your offense back on. And so the fact that they're doing this and they're having takeover, we hope, because they started out this year like really fast with a lot of them, especially in those first 4 games. And so it's good to see them get back to it.
Yes.
Because you're going to need that down the stretch, because no offensive play says, let's go out and throw an interception or give up a fumble. And so for you to go ahead and do that, you are stealing from the other team a lot of plays and giving your offense that much more opportunity to put up points on the board.
Offensively, Brenton Strange has been a big part of what they've been able to do, both in the run and the pass game. Super physical, right? He's like almost like he seeks out contact. Double D versus Brenton Strange. All right, 5-yard gap, and you're going at each other. I mean, what would that collision have been like?
Well, number one, I'm going to hit him right in his mouth.
Okay.
And, and I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to say, let's do it again.
Right.
And so for him, it's not about just one time. Let's keep doing this. And so he may get something. He may have a play. He may do this, that, and the other. Okay. I'm not going to miss. I'm going to do my best not to miss a tackle. But my job is to instill fear and to hit him in his mouth, so that way it's all about the next play. So people always ask, like, Don, what was your mentality on the games? I want to hit you so hard early in the game, so that way it affects you the whole rest of the game. So you get a drill like that, that's what we're going to do.
Man, tell me he's not preaching the Tom McManus gospel over here right now. Every week his number one key to victory is let's just hurt the quarterback just for the day. So.
Hey, he said for the day.
Just for the day. Don't ruin his career. You don't have to ruin the rest of the season. Just for today. And the Jags have had some success doing that as well. Just hit him right in the mouth, man. I do, can you intimidate people in today's NFL when they know, are there still those guys that you think that people watch out for, because the way the rules are now, they're trying to, make sure you're not put in those compromising positions as a defensive player?
That's a great question. So here's how we'll look at it right now. Okay, we understand that the rules have changed and it's more towards you can't really, blow cats up. However, I didn't mind getting a flag early in the game or throughout the game, at least one. No more than one.
Right, just limit
just
one.
one. No more than one, not at least one.
How did TC feel about that?
Maximum of one to, again, within the rules.
Set the tone.
With the rules, to set the tone, let you know. So that way, that's going to affect, because when those guys go to the sideline, those offensive guys go to the sideline, and they start talking about the quarterback, about all the in cuts and the deep digs and all that stuff, they're going to think twice about it. And that's all at the end of the day, you're not trying to hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying? But you're going out there to try to inflict punishment on somebody. So.
Who was that clip that was making the rounds?
Oh, my man, he was my man from Steelers, Willie Cullen.
Willie Cologne.
Yeah, listen, Reggie Williams, our former wide receiver, sent me that video and said, Double D, you got to check this out. So when I saw it, I just laughed. I remember the play, and I actually went and looked it up and researched it, and I put that play online along with somebody. And yeah, I just ran through the guy, and it was something that we practiced, something that I practiced before practices, during practice, all that stuff, for it to kind of come out, and it definitely set the tone.
I'm gonna see if I can find, if it's easy to find enough. You should repost that. But Donovan Darius, Willie Cologne, I mean that was making the rounds. It was tremendous. Just talking about what a reputation you had as an intimidator out there on the field. But I'll dig that up. I'll throw it back out there a little bit later on today. So Double D, what do you think? We got to wrap up here, but what's the ceiling for this Jags team? I mean, they're going to make the postseason. We'll find out if they, finish strong enough to win the division or not. But do you see this team advancing in the playoffs, maybe even deep into the playoffs?
I mean, I think hopefully at at least, of course, they make it to the divisional rounds. Whether they whether they win. I think the next 4 games, if they can win at least 2 of those games, I don't want them to lose anyone. But again, for them to be basically what that put them at 11-6 or something like that.
At worst, yes.
At worst, again. You got to remember, we always talk about it. Not every team is going to be a 14-2 team, a 13-3 team. So if you can just get into the playoffs, get beyond the wild card round, but get into the playoffs, with momentum, anything is possible. So I'm looking for them to win at least 2 of these next 2 games. I know it's able. I know the statistics say they can, but I've seen things happen. And so at minimum, win the next 2 games. Win 2 out of the next 4 games at. But with all best, I want these guys to get out, and I think that they can go all the way to the AFC Championship game, and then we'll see from there.
Yeah, let's see what happens when we get there. We've been there a few times.
That's
right?
it. And let's get over the hump. Let's get over the hump.
And when we get over that hump, there's one more hump. Let's get over that one too.
Let's do it, baby. It's about that time.
It's great to see you, man.
Likewise.
Always one of my favorite guys. Certainly one of my favorite former Jaguars, no doubt about that. And all the best. You got a great family. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, man.
And
You
heading
too.
into the new year if we don't see you again.
Yes, sir. Everything for everyone else as well.
And the door is always open to Donovan Darius around these parts, man. So, John.
You guys got a new office, man. It's my first time, man.
We finally got rid of the dust.
You know when you're coming up, when a person comes to your house and they get lost, they get lost in your neighborhood because it's so big, Well, congratulations, 1010 XL 92.5.
Bursting at the seams. My man, Donovan Darius, good to see you, buddy. There he goes, out the door, Double D. Johnny O coming in for hour number 2. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Make Monday an extension of the weekend by talking football all day.
Oh, you're good.
We'll take apart the top games, key plays, and controversial calls from the weekend. Post-game Monday, served by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
It's Awaken 180 Weight Loss Wednesday
on Jaguars Today.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise and towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Enjoy the scenic views at Twin Peaks while you sip on half-price wine by the glass, select craft beers, and Jaeger Bomb specials. Into the Night with Rick Ballou is live 6 to 8 this Wednesday at none other than Twin Peaks, Atlantic, and Kernan.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This holiday season, give the gift of comfort and joy. Comfort food and the joy that comes with digging into a huge plate of diner favorites from Metro Diner. And to make things even more merry, now through the end of the year, they're adding on a $10 bonus card with every $50 spent on gift cards. Metro Diner gift cards are the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Friends, family, or coworkers. Stop by the diner or metrodiner.com and get all your gift shopping done easily. Happy holidays from Metro Diner.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to floridahomeac.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Hey, Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more, Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Attention skilled electricians, are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. Former University of Florida head football coach Urban Meyer was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame during the 67th NFF Annual Awards Dinner. He becomes the 14th overall Gator and 5th Florida coach to enter the College Football Hall of Fame. Meyer was the head coach for the Gators from 2005 to 2010, posting an overall record of 65-15. Right now, 51 degrees at 11:03, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. It's time for Oh No's with Jaguars.com's John Osher. Oh No's. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Johnny O has arrived. One legend out the door, and John O comes in.
and whatever this is.
And this guy has replaced him right here. Good morning, John Osher. How are you?
Good. I hear Jalen Hurts is going to still start for the Eagles.
That's the breaking news right now out of
news.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I mean,
water is still wet.
Yeah. Well, look. I would think. What are the Eagles? They're probably 9. Are they 9-4 right now?
8-5.
8-5.
I think it's 8-5.
Is that 8? All right. So
lost 3 in a row. I mean, they.
Correct.
It is.
If the Jags had lost to the Chargers, right, and it wouldn't have been the exact equivalent, but say they had just lost to the Colts this week, and Trevor Lawrence had 5 turnovers in the game. Would Liam Cohen have needed to go to the podium to announce that Lawrence is still the starter?
Maybe.
I would think no.
Probably not, but you never like.
I mean, it's ludicrous.
Somebody like D-Rock might ask it. Yeah.
True. D-Rock, man, oof, he is. He's buying breakfast for the 3rd straight week tomorrow.
He's struggling.
He is struggling,
and not just
big
in
time.
that league.
He's not like your team, who has a bye as the number 1 seed in Jaguars Today League number 1.
I think I've been in Jaguars. This is the only fantasy thing I play at all. Like, I know nothing about it except when I talk to you.
You knew enough to draft Travis Etienne.
I did know enough to Travis Etienne. I knew enough to pick up Stafford when Burrow got hurt.
And Puka Nakua and Devon Achane aren't bad. So
I stepped into a good team. I've probably done this 5 of the last 6 years. You left me out 1 year because I was bad. And this is by far.
Is that what? I think I forgot to invite you that year. That was just totally on me.
But I'm a machine.
You're a wrecking ball right now is what you are. Much like The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
No, not like me. Like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Winners of 4 in a row right now, John. But it feels like the margin is still incredibly narrow simply because of the Houston Texans resurgence, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like I fully expect them to show up, do whatever it is required to salt away a victory against the New York Jets this week. I don't think this team is a look-ahead team right now.
No, I don't think so. You may not win because it's the NFL, but I don't think it'll be a
trap game kind of situation.
Right. I mean, sometimes you lose because you're in the National Football League, and if that happens, it would be called a trap game. But I don't. This team's focused, and I get the respect thing is a thing, but I do think this team is motivated. It's not like it's tired of success. It's not like it's had so much great things happen over the last 4 or 5 years where you don't realize how valuable this is. And I just think this team is still, whether it's respect, whether it's whatever, there is a cumulative feeling of, we're going to show people we're good.
Yeah.
We've been good all year, and they have been good all year. After Cincinnati, they've lost to 3 really good teams. I know the Texans game was a fiasco in the fourth quarter, but they're good. Rams are good. Seahawks are good. I do think this team is motivated, wanting to prove that, and I think they're enjoying being good, which can give you sort of a tornado-like momentum that starts going forward.
We also enjoy them being good as well.
Better than losing.
Here, let me give you some point totals, okay? In the last, I don't know, let's go back like 2 months worth, okay? 10, I'll tell you what these point totals refer to in a moment. 10, 16, 19, 13, 18, 15, and 29. Those are the point totals teams have put up on the Houston Texans. In the last 6 or 7 weeks. The Jags put up 29 points.
Yeah, they had a punt
game.
return,
They did.
some short fields, but they got the points.
Return out,
Still 22.
and those 22 are more than every other team has scored against that team.
Yeah, Jags had some short fields early in that game, but still, they converted a touchdown opportunity. Yes, this offense, what's interesting about the offense is not only that game, right, but is it a 5-game winning streak? I mean, it's a 5-game streak for
the Texans,
or it's a 6-game streak with 25 points or more for the Jags.
Yes.
So they're scoring, they're consistent, and all of a sudden they're getting some downfield stuff. So that's an interesting dynamic to add to an already functioning offense.
Well, you're right. Brian Thomas has come back in the last couple of weeks, and I think fit in. And maybe my favorite, couple of favorite things from Brian Thomas in the last 2 weeks. One was the block, right, where 2 weeks ago, where he just gets downfield and outraces everybody.
Hustle play,
super hustle play for the new guy who's getting all the shine, right, for Jacoby Myers. And then Jacoby might have been after his touchdown in this game, and you cut to the bench, and you see him and Brian Thomas laughing like Brian Thomas had just scored. Brian Thomas was so happy in the moment. And, because I think a lot of people have tried to, we don't know Brian.
Sure.
Brian's not a big gregarious, going to tell you his whole life story guy.
And he can look, because he doesn't express a lot of emotion, he can look like he's not happy. I mean, he's not a jerk on the sideline, but he can look like he's not happy. And I think he was unhappy for a little while just at the way things were going, but that was never an unhappy with how he was being, he wasn't
unhappy that Parker Washington was having success.
Yeah, I mean, there was none of that. And he's a good kid. He was struggling. But everything you hear about him is that he's a good teammate. He wants to be good. He was struggling, and sometimes he struggled.
Well, if he's going to make the plays on the receiving end, if Trevor continues to throw the deep ball as accurately, I mean, I thought that was the most impressive thing maybe about Trevor's game this week was just the downfield accuracy that he was delivering the football.
Yeah, that was absolutely the thing that stood out. The other thing that stood out to me was just how, I don't know if calm's the right word, but poise, looked very decisive, never looked like he was in danger of having one of the uh-oh plays. He just looked like he was very comfortable in what he was doing. And not going to say he always looked uncomfortable before, but I thought that was the most in control that he has felt. And really, he has played with a lot more confidence. Really, the last 3 or 4 games, even against Arizona, he was playing confident. It was just he was getting picked. So I think it's a real good sign for Trevor. I'm probably as optimistic about his long term, his feet under him stability as I ever have been.
All right, John Ogier in studio here with us. Dylan Denmark monitoring Liam Cohen if anything of earth-shattering importance is said at his midweek press conference. We'll bring that along to you coming up here shortly. What are you giving me here, Dylan? Let's see. Phillip Rivers going to wear number 17 as Daniel Jones on IR, and that number now has become available for the Indianapolis Colts. So it's good for them, happy for them. All right.
Almost a third of his age.
Yeah, just about, right? Or equal to the amount of children he plans on ultimately having. I think he's up to 10. Something like that. Anyway, all right. Johnny O going to stick around. We'll come back, and let's take a look at today's question of the day, which is asking you which Jaguar to this point has most exceeded your expectations. I think there are a lot of strong candidates on this one. So we'll do that when we return in the moment. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. 1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein and Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein and Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Awaken 180 weight loss.
Jaguars Today, Wednesday.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, All-Pro lineman and lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop specials. Order a 15-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 and get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off at 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Take a radio boat ride with Captain Cabin on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services and awaken 180 weight loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Tired of wrestling with your shower curtain like it's a slip and slide gone wrong? Ditch the drama and say hello to a smooth, stylish glass shower enclosure from Baker Glass. Wago Glass is clean, elegant, and makes your bathroom look huge and brighter. Give your shower a makeover and feel like you're in a spa without the price tag. I'm Mac at Baker Glass. Call me and get ready to love your new shower. Let's make your shower great again. Remember, Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations, and through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest, so everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus, straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
It's time for the Plumbing 411 from Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. When your kitchen or bathroom drain just won't clear, there's probably a deeper blockage. Food scraps, grease, soap scum, even small objects can jam up your pipes. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining uses advanced tools to find the clog and flush it away for good. Don't wait for a tiny clog to become a big headache. Make the superior choice when your drains are clogged. And learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh noes.
Served up by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft on 1010XL.
All right, Cole Van Landen, probably someone who has exceeded a lot of people's expectations this year, has started on multiple positions across the offensive line, will play anything other than center for this team, which is very valuable. I said, John,
and can snap if he has to.
Probably could. And get in line. Devon Hamilton's next up.
Yeah, I don't know if he would snap offensively, but
Jonah Monheim, Devon Hamilton, Cole Van Landen. That's the pecking order for me.
Okay.
Anyway, so you got to think with offensive line play always being at a premium in the league, there have got to be teams out there going, why don't we give up a 6th-round pick to sign this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could have signed him, you could have started him just about anywhere on your offensive line and gotten at least a league average, if not better, player. So,
but the Jaguars haven't really started him until now. So
no, but the Jags have had some entrenched guys, whether or not they should be as entrenched as they are is another question. Cole Van Landen, Liam Cohen was asked about him this morning and was asked if he's done enough to earn a starting job at left tackle, and he said, I think so. But we've got a great situation where we've got depth at multiple spots on the offensive line and elsewhere. So I think it's one of those, let's wait and see how this week plays out. And for one thing, Walker Little still got to clear the concussion protocol if he's coming back. Do you get the sense that that's where the momentum is taking this team, though, to Cole Van Landen being a starter on the offensive line moving forward?
It feels like it. I mean, he's played so well. How'd he send him back to the bench? If it's not broke, don't fix it, the whole thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if he stayed at left tackle.
All right. He is, as I said, one of those candidates for a guy who's exceeded expectations this year. So why don't we talk about some of those with today's 10-10 Take?
10-10
Take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 Take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
All right. Cole Van Landen is maybe the guy on offense that I would go to here, although I think Travis Etienne has been excellent. Honestly, is in a weird way, I think you could say it about Jacoby Myers. I didn't expect him to come in and have this big of an impact right away. I thought it'd be a solid pair of hands, but
you just usually don't see this right.
You don't usually get it to click that quickly with a quarterback who's never worked with a receiver like that to come in mid-season. Yeah. And 3 of the first 4 games he led the Jags in receiving. Now he's not putting up 180 every week, but
But they matter.
Everything.
The catches he's made matter, and that's what you want.
But for me, it's hard to get away from Devin Lloyd here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Lloyd is playing at a team MVP level this season, certainly defensive MVP, 6 turnovers, 5 interceptions, and they missed him when he was out. You know, I mean, he has been a catalyst for this team in terms of that mindset of creating turnovers. I mean, no bigger play than the one that set the tone for this whole game this week. I thought that and the 4th down stop on Jonathan Taylor were the 2 biggest plays in this game because, you know, you go 4 and out. Basically, you get to 1 first down, you go 3 and out, and you give it back to him with more than 13 minutes left on the first quarter clock, and to get that pick, and a very athletic pick at
pick
that.
and then a touchdown, and then all of a sudden they're playing uphill all of a sudden, which that's a huge deal in the NFL.
And, I mean, look, what has been, if you said, all right, Devin Lloyd's biggest deficiency, can't cover. I mean, that would have been the simple.
I would have said awareness at the line of scrimmage against the run.
Okay.
And that probably is what hurt the team more in the past. But his ability to create turnovers this year has been unbelievable.
And part of it has been that I think the Jags, some of the defenses that they played, had him matched up against guys that he wasn't capable of covering.
That's probably
at
fair.
times.
Yeah.
But that's life in the National Football League. You know, that they're, you know, for every, you know, zone blitz, there's an element of surprise sometimes in defense, and it's not that we think our guy can stay with your guy for 7 seconds necessarily. It's the combination of all these things. But I guarantee you this. I was worried about his coverage skills, and he was listed as a co-starter with Ventrell Miller coming into the year, and I think that was legit.
It was absolutely legit.
And that was legit, and so was Etienne Bigsby. Let's not, you know, you go back, and now both of these guys kind of came through that crucible of competition, and in a, you know, must-perform type situation if you want to keep your job. And, oh, by the way, being in a contract year doesn't usually hurt your level of intensity. I think Devin Lloyd has been, and Tony's been saying it, he's probably got a better chance to be an All-Pro than a Pro Bowler, right? Because Pro Bowl requires fan voting, and people are not going to go out of their way to research what Devin Lloyd's been doing with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
There are fan voters who will just look at picks. They'll find a stat.
Well, if they look at that, then he's going to do okay.
Yeah, so I think he'll, you know, you would think he'd have a shot. I mean, to me, the surprise with Devin, I'll go Devin over Travis as well, because Travis, by the time training camp rolled around, you were hearing, hey, he really fits the offense. Like, they really, really like Travis Etienne. It was a co-starter with Bigsby.
That's fair, yeah.
But there was a lot of buzz about Travis. There was even a lot of buzz in training camp and OTAs about Parker Washington, although you couldn't quite figure out where he was getting on the field because of the 3 wide receivers you thought were going to play. But to your point, there was no buzz about Devin Lloyd in the preseason. The buzz started when he had a really good game in the opener.
Right.
And he was not the full-time.
He played 34% of the snaps in the opener.
Yeah. So
1/3 of the time. He was
but played really well, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, we got to start him. But he was absolutely a co-starter at the start of the season.
Right. Well, it didn't take long.
Not just on the depth chart.
They bumped him up quickly, to 70+%. And really over the last 5 weeks, he's been 3/4 to full-time out there. Because they do rotate guys still a little bit here. Who are some of the other guys? Like, has anyone in the secondary?
Yeah, it's Antonio Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, not at first, but in the last, once Murray was hurt and Antonio played, he didn't have a great game against the Raiders, a couple early when he was playing a lot. But in the last 2 or 3 weeks, everything you hear is this kid's playing really, really well. Not enough to keep Murray or Dewey out of the lineup, but enough you're really confident when he plays.
Yeah, he's played over basically 95%.
Right, since Murray went out.
Yes.
Right.
And even this week he played 81% because Dewey was out of the game. So what do you do if Dewey is clear to come back this week?
They play a lot of multi-safety packages in different in every scheme. So he'll still play a lot. I think in your quote base, it'll still be Murray and Wingard. But they're not in that a whole lot. So
go ahead.
In extra safety, big safety situations, you'll see Antonio on the field a lot.
Danny Strigo, another guy. Dan Hicken and I talked about about an hour and a half ago. All right. I mean, he is now up to the last couple of weeks playing almost half the defensive snaps for your football team.
And that won't change. I mean, he's whenever he's in the game, he finds his way to the stat sheet. He figures out a way to make an impact. So playing the run really, really well and getting pressure at times.
Yeah, Matt Dickerson is another guy, I don't think he's had the impact of some of these guys. He's just really been active for the last month, but he played almost half the snaps this week. And again, that play, that stop on fourth down against Jonathan Taylor. Let's not forget the year that Jonathan Taylor's having. And this is a moment where the Jags look like they're going to put him away.
12-point-ish.
It was 21-10, maybe,
right.
I think, at that point, right?
Which, if they go score there, if you're in a 2-score game in this league, you're in a tight game. And that enabled them to break it open.
Right. It looked like the Jags were going to bury him at that point, but then the fumble from Tootin comes. On that fourth down stop, as I've been calling it all week, like the name brand defensive players were all around. Trayvon was right in the middle of it. Foye and Devin were right in the middle of it. But really, kind of at the bottom of the pile doing some of that dirty work was Matt Dickerson.
Which is his MO. But, he's been for about 3 or 4 weeks before they activated him, you kept hearing, we got to get this guy up. Like, it was somebody they wanted. They liked him. He's a solid vet. I think he's in his 5th or 6th year. So he's a grown man veteran in there. He's not a kid trying to learn. And he's been important for a defensive. He's an example of what they've done at a lot of spots, which is, they're not playing names. They're playing the guys who they feel like are going to be the best players in there. They didn't stick with Mason Smith inside. You went Dickerson. So they've done that at multiple areas, and you have the best players playing all over, and you're winning 4 games in a row.
Yeah, it's Mason Smith. It's a shame, man, because, again, they raved about his offseason, raved about his work ethic and doing all the right things, and
he works and
making no impact.
He gives great effort, but just hasn't.
Yeah, it hasn't translated to on the field, difference-making plays. Anyway, all right, when we come back, let's take a look at some of the submissions that we got from the listening audience today on guys that have outperformed their own personal expectations, at least with a month to go in the regular season. A couple more segments to go with John Ogier from Jaguars.com. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville original. For 70 years, the Thompson family started Dandy, that many decades ago, and they continue to put out just the highest quality food, locally sourced ingredients as often as possible, great variety, and prices that remain reasonable in tough economic times. Dandy's got your back. If you want food on the go in Duval, swing into a Dailies and look for the new twin pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. Get your day started off right with a warm breakfast sandwich. You get the sweet, you get the salty. They're delicious, they're addicting, and just one of the many menu options. You want breakfast? Dandy's got it all day long. Protein packs, veggie trays, fruit cups, gourmet salads, light lunchtime wraps, and, of course, the classic line of sandwiches and subs. Just leave one of those original tuna salad wedges for me, if you don't mind. So swing into Dailies and look for that Dandy label. When you're hungry in Duval, do what I do. Go out and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors Studios. We love winning, and 1010XL wants you to win our contests. We also like to share the winning. That's why we ask you to wait 30 days to win again, so others get a chance to have the winning feeling. Find complete contest details at 1010XL.com.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Make this Christmas unforgettable with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. A fusion of rock and classical with a heartwarming Christmas tale. December 11th, ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and this Christmas, Leonard Truck Outfitters and 1010XL are helping you deck the truck. Stop by either Leonard location, Landing Boulevard or Beach Boulevard, and register to win a deck bed storage system with Cargo Glide installed by the pros at Leonard. Another winner will score 2 tickets to the Florida-Georgia basketball game January 6th and a 2025 Gator Championship commemorative basketball. We'll draw the winners live Friday, December 19 during XL Primetime, noon to 2 at Leonard's Beach Boulevard. Leonard Truck Outfitters. Everything you need for a great-looking, great-performing truck.
ET here, and when the lunch hour hits, fuel up like you mean it with lunch at the Lodge at your local Twin Peaks. With hearty, crave-worthy classics that hit the spot. Sink your teeth into our juicy cheeseburger and fries, grilled fresh to order and stacked really high. Or go lighter, but loaded with flavor with our fresh chicken Caesar salad. Or the fan favorite, the turkey avocado smash. With sweet potato fries. Really hungry? Our crispy golden chicken tenders and fries are ready when you are. Quick from the kitchen, satisfying on the plate. Join us for lunch at the local Lodge, Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. Home of the 29-degree draft.
Ho, ho, ho! When I need gifts for special people, I go to Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. They have everything you need to make Christmas as special as they are. Find the finest in limited cigars, pipes and pipe tobacco, and the accessories that make life easier like humidors, cutters, and lighters. And don't forget Lampe Bergère fragrance lamps. So, take my advice and go to Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road, and make this Christmas one they'll remember.
With the holidays right around the corner, and it's time to get ready for family and friends. What better way to do it than with Zero Res? Carpets, air ducts, hardwood, LVP, tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, and stone. Zero Res, they can handle it all. Call right now, 287-5727, or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them you want the 1010XL special and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, and LVP. Spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Tired of running out of hot water? It's probably time for a new water heater. Call Duck Duck Rooter, the plumbing pros who specialize in water heater installation and service, including tankless water heaters, gas or electric. Call us today for service. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, Johnny O in studio here with us. Thanks to Donovan Darius spending the first hour here. We'll get to your replies to today's question of the day coming up, but let's go around the National Football League.
Now, gems around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
All right, just a couple of little stories here for you from around the NFL. The league announced today it will return to Munich, Germany in 2026 and 2028 to play regular season games as part of a multiple-year partnership with the city of Munich there. They had already committed to games in Berlin in 27 and 29, so the NFL will play in Germany for at least the next 4 years, and had already committed to playing one game in Melbourne, Australia next year. I don't think that'll be the Jags, John. That's
a hike.
I mean, right?
That is.
I would imagine that's going to be like, maybe on that Friday.
Got to be that week one.
The first week, right? But they're also playing in Rio de Janeiro. That way, are they going to play 2 games on that day? Maybe. I don't know. Or is
Melbourne is a brutal flight.
Or are some teams going to go there and have their bye in week 2? Like, I really don't know how that is all going to work out. So they are going to play in Rio next year as well. And, of course, a couple of games in London at Tottenham Hotspur, as well as the Jags playing at Wembley. So a lot of international games as they continue to expand that slate. The Indianapolis Colts have made some roster moves, signing Phillip Rivers to the practice squad. His Hall of Fame eligibility will reset if he makes it to the active roster, which is interesting because he is one of 26 finalists, or I guess semifinalists is what they are now.
They're semis,
is the
right.
list.
Yeah.
They'll cut it down to 15. So probably going to keep him. Well, I don't know if he was going to get in anyway, but one less name to draw votes away.
I think he eventually gets in. I don't know if he'd be in this year.
Probably eventually gets in. There are going to be a lot of quarterbacks from this era that have gaudy stats that don't have a championship.
Yeah, it's a good point.
How do you compare him with Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan won a league MVP.
Wow.
He went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He didn't blow it.
Your gut instinct would be Phillip Rivers, but when you start debating it in the room.
Right. Phillip Rivers had a lot of seasons where he lost as a higher seed in the postseason.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's for down the road. But Brett Rippon was signed to the active roster for the Colts.
He's probably not getting in.
I'm thinking no. I'm thinking, obviously, if Riley Leonard can go, I think they're going to go with Riley
Leonard. In the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's not going to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's getting in the game either. Right. I think Phillip Rivers is not coming there to hold the clipboard for Brett Rippon.
The first step is getting in the game.
Set his Hall of Fame candidacy back a half decade so he could just stand there on the sideline and watch Rippon go to war. And Charvarius Ward, who suffered a concussion against the Jags, apparently severe enough they placed him on injured reserve. So he's going to miss the rest of the regular season, possibly eligible to return in the postseason. Yeah, I mean, you hate to see that for anybody, but it is what it is. It's a brutal sport, as we know. All right, here's some of the ones we mentioned. A few players. I'll give you some of the submissions we got and give me your thought on what kind of year they had. And I think this is a good one. We said Jacksonville Jaguar. It doesn't have to be a player. Ed said Liam Cohen has exceeded his expectations. I thought we got the consolation prize in the coaching carousel. Has been great and no sign of first-year head coaching errors. I'm sure he's made some mistakes along the way, but
the errors, if then, whatever. I was very confident that Liam was going to be a really good play caller. I didn't know how quickly he'd be a really good head coach because you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. In terms of leading the building, setting the tone, and getting player buy-in, which that's much more important than anything else for a head coach. Off the charts good.
Yeah, and he just little things. Logs pointed this out on the broadcast, but he had those challenges, those back-to-back challenges almost, right? And the way he utilized them, the first one, he understood the clock's running. I can take this down to 1 second left. Made sure his team didn't snap the ball. And it's a point you wanted to burn clock, but you also wanted to, what's the harm in challenging it at this point? We're late in the fourth quarter. You can't take him with you after the game. Right. And just little things like that. Now, he has been criticized at times for his clock management at the end of the first half. But I think a lot of those have been debatable as well, especially when the other team's got the ball and you kind of get in that no man's land around the 40-yard line. Do I start calling timeouts? Because it could end up benefiting the other team.
Yeah, there's been a few that people have gotten out of. I mean, it's always debatable. And in this day and age, every time a coach doesn't call timeouts to preserve time, fans think he should be doing that. But I agree with you. There's been a couple, and I can't even think of the exact instances where people have been angry about it. Where it's like, look,
there's one against Arizona, I remember.
If you don't really think your offense, if you think something's not quite right with what you're doing, maybe you don't want to give that team the opportunity and just kind of let's get into the half. So a couple maybe debatable, but I think more than a few of the ones that people have been mad at, he's had a pretty sound reason for going the direction he went.
Solbert said Robert Hainsey has played really well as bringing a fire to the rest of the O-line that can't be ignored every week. Has he been better than you thought?
Look, with a center, do you overall think the offensive line is playing cohesively and you like it? I mean, has he stood out as being bad? No. So he has definitely solidified that position. He's gone from a guy who people wondered because he was, quote, a backup in Tampa. He's absolutely a starter in the NFL and probably makes it a position you don't have to address in the offseason.
Max said both Lloyd, who we already talked about, and Foye Oluokun. I don't know. I feel like
Foye's been Foye.
Right. That's what I expect Foye to be.
He's done a great job of continuing to play at a high level. He's there's been times where he's been a little beat up, playing through some stuff, and is still playing at a high level and giving them exactly what he's supposed to give.
Has Jacoby Myers exceeded what you thought you'd get in these 5 weeks so far?
You realistically don't expect a mid-season trade to all of a sudden come in and I don't want to say he's your one, but he's sort. I
think he is.
Yeah. So, and the intriguing thing about Jacoby to me is from the first game he played, nothing has felt forced to him. He's just very seamlessly come into the offense, and it's been going through him, and it's felt natural. And that's hard in coming into a new team, playing 3 and 10 days later. By the 10-day mark, which I think was the Raiders game. I mean, Raiders. 2 weeks after the Raiders, Los Angeles, I think. Whatever it was, very seamless, unbelievably seamless to be a guy who's as important as he is to the offense.
Antonio Johnson getting mentioned
as
here
he should
as well, right? Hank said I had absolutely no expectations except bonehead plays. Monteric getting some love here. Ezra Cleveland getting some love. I mean, the point is there are a lot of candidates here.
Well, when you go from 4-13 to 9-4, you're going to get some guys who surprise people.
All right, let's take our final timeout, come back, and John Oehser will kind of preview what he expects on the field for the Jaguars versus the Jets coming up on Sunday. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Pella's asked me to issue you a challenge. It's a simple one. Go inside your house, stand next to your windows. Do you feel a cool draft? If so, you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that. With energy-efficient windows, they'll keep the drafty air out, saving you money every month. And right now, they offer 0% interest for up to 60 months. Go to PellaJacks.com, schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard my challenge on 1010 XL.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday on Jaguars Today. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, your long-term solution for weight loss.
Want a fresh and flavorful tailgate this season? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad perfect for lunch, parties, and your tailgate. Order 3 ways at one of 4 area locations. Call 1-833-MY-CHICK or online at chickcatering.com.
Hosting the family holiday dinner can be a beautiful experience until your kitchen sink backs up before you've even served dinner.
Who tried to wash cookie dough down the drain?
We were making cookies for Santa and the reindeer. The reindeer like chocolate chip, too.
Great. Now we need a plumber and a new garbage disposal.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is no stranger to holiday plumbing problems. Don't let plumbing problems disrupt your holiday dinner. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining has you covered this holiday season. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL.
The best golfing weather of the year is upon us, and Hidden Hills Golf Club welcomes you to play your next round at our beautiful course. You'll enjoy our friendly service and the dramatic elevation changes at our Arnold Palmer Golf Design. Book today at hiddenhillsgc.com.
What racehorse won the Belmont Stakes by 31 lengths? The answer next.
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Secretariat won the Triple Crown in 73, including winning the Belmont by 31 lengths.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Quality work is sometimes hard to come by these days, and if you want quality in a fence that'll last, make the call to Duval. Duval Fence, that is, a good Jacksonville company with good Jacksonville people committed to quality service. If you need a fence for your home, for a business, anything, just call Duval Fence at 260-4747. Give them an idea of what you're looking for, and they'll take care of the rest. Property fence, privacy fence, pool, or pets, make sure you call Duval Fence today.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus, straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Are you ready? The Jaguars are back at home for the second straight week. Join us at Everbank Stadium Sunday, December 14th, when your Jags take on the New York Jets in our Inspire Change game, celebrating social justice and community impact. Kickoff is at 1 p.m., so bring the energy, bring the noise, and be part of something bigger than the game. Don't wait. Lock in your seats now at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh noes.
Served up by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft on 1010XL.
All right, Johnny O here with us for the final few minutes of the show today. We told you earlier Liam Cohen has asked about Cole Van Lannon potentially starting. So he thinks I'm paraphrasing here, thinks he's done enough to be a starter. Doesn't guarantee that that's what's going to happen right there. But he's going to let the week play out. But we'll see how that all turns out. You think we'll see Dewey back this week?
I think you probably would. I hadn't heard last week that it was like a long-term thing. So 1 week concussion protocol would usually be the norm, but find out today on the injury report.
What do you expect this to be a big Bashal Tootin week? I asked that because I feel like the Jets should be handled by the Jags, right?
Yeah, I mean he took a shot the other day, cleared and came back in. But yeah, he's been close. I can think of 2 or 3 plays where he felt like he was about to break it. I'm sure they would like to get him 8, 10, a good workload and see if he could break one.
I mean, I think this is the game you hope you're up 14 at the half.
Yeah.
Get a score in the third quarter and then just let Tootin and LaQuint Allen have some fun out there.
Yeah, you always hope for that. It's.
Right. I mean, look, it doesn't always go that way.
Yeah.
And I get it. And the Jets have been, prior to this week, a little bit more competitive.
They've won 3 of 6, and they've scored 27 in each of the 3 wins. So they're better than they were early, but their opponents, as we talked about over one of the breaks, teams they beat in Cincinnati, Atlanta, they have not fared well against really good teams, and they're struggling.
And they did that with either Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. Yeah. We don't even know if either one of them is going to be available.
They might trade for Phillip Rivers.
Maybe it's too late. too late to trade for Phillip Rivers. Okay. But Ben Roethlisberger is still out there.
That's true.
And maybe Vinny Testaverde could come back.
It's Jeff George.
Hey, Parcells said at the time, I mean, nowadays, Testaverde probably would have played even longer. He played a long time, but I remember Parcells saying when Vinny was like 40 that if it were like 7-on-7s, Vinny'd be the best quarterback in the league. It's like if you couldn't hit him, if you just had to stand there and throw the ball, he'd be the best quarterback in the NFL at that age.
Yeah. He was talent, man.
He had he had a great arm. I don't know if he's ever a great quarterback, but regardless, whatever. So Jags win this one comfortably and keep them healthy, right?
Yeah, comfortably, whatever. Win, stay healthy. That was a huge storyline out of the Colts, obviously, was for the first time in a while you didn't have – it had been sort of a rotating, get a guy back, lose a guy, get a guy back. You feel like with no injuries last week, maybe you get Parker back. Maybe you get some guys back and get this thing going at full strength. It's been remarkable through these pretty key injuries to build and have won 5 of 6. It's all setting up.
The last few weeks we talked about this a decent amount that it may seem in any given moment like, man, a lot of guys are hurt, and I hear people or see people on social media like, get rid of the training staff. I'm like, look around the NFL.
Right.
You've got very few guys that are out for the year.
Right.
And it just so happens to be 2 of your first selected rookies are among them. And, so we'd love to see them. And Travis Hunter is obviously
training staff had nothing to do with Travis Hunter.
Right. It is what it is.
That's always a thing.
I think the Raiders are the only team with fewer players on season-ending injured reserve than the Jaguars.
No, they're playing through it, but it's who? Travis and who? I'm not sure there's anybody else on season.
Caleb Ransaw. I mean, a few guys like that.
Yeah, rookie linebacker and name escaping me.
John McLeod.
Yeah, so those are the 3 that come to mind. Yeah, so that's not.
No, and you have a chance to be healthier,
really healthy,
at the end of the year than you've been through a large portion of the middle of the season. Because at no point have you really had your entire receiving core, including the tight ends, fully healthy at the same time.
Right.
Since Jacoby Myers joined the team, at least. So
I thought it was really interesting last week that you're down. All of a sudden, Parker Washington, who had been playing for 5 weeks like you're one, goes out and you don't notice.
Right. Brian Thomas returning and playing well made a big impact in that department. All right, final thoughts with John coming up. Let's welcome in Joe C. and XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, the XL Primetime crew out at Southampton this morning. Joe C., will there be enough daylight to put a peg in the ground for you today, sir?
Yeah, it's looking really good right now, and it's so funny because it was cold this morning. I think when I drove into 1010 XL HQ, it was maybe right at 50 degrees. Anyway, the sun's been trying to break through. We still got some cloud cover, but a gorgeous day, man, and looking forward to it. As long as it's in the 60s, I think we will have a big day.
Amen. So what's coming up on Primetime?
Well, definitely the Toys for Tots Christmas is what it's all about today. Our XL Primetime Christmas here at the Golf Club of Southampton. People are bringing in bags of toys, which is just awesome. So we will have all that going on all day today, set up on the golf course with food and plenty of other people taking care of all of our golfers today. So we say thanks to them, and I'll be saluting them as we go along. But Big Sirs, Maddie, me, we're ready to rock and roll. The Jaguar game, we know how uber important it is, so we're staying on that. And then the college football world, of course, with everything that has been the fallout continues as far as Notre Dame is concerned, so we'll stay on that as well.
I expect to hear plenty about Jalen Brunson's 20-point first quarter last night as well,
sure.
So I'll be locked in on XL Primetime. Joey, have a great show.
All right, man, thank you.
All right, the crew out there at Southampton raising awareness for Toys for Tots and collecting donations to have help some kids have a more Merry Christmas than they otherwise would have. John, what do you got coming up on Jaguars.com leading into game day?
Bucky Brooks will be on the Huddle Up podcast at 4 p.m. today. That's always good when you're breaking down a win. I will have Greg Newsom on the Ozone podcast. Should drop. I use terms like drop on
that was
Friday
popular
afternoon.
8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I use terms that are even past my prime.
No question. Well, it's retro now, in a sense.
I'm a retro
You're
guy.
trying to bring it back around.
Yeah, that's right.
With your bell-bottom jeans on as well. And expecting the Jags to take care of their business on Sunday?
Should. I mean, it's a game that they feel now like a good team that takes care of business. 3 of their last 4 wins by 19 or more. So this is one you never know. They ought to win it.
Don't play with your food. Take care of business.
That's right.
Get out of there with a W. Get to 10 wins.
10
with
wins.
Another game to go before Christmas.
And then all of a sudden, 11, 12's right in there.
We thought, man, we all looked at this down the stretch schedule, and this is before we knew how good the Colts would be in the beginning of the season. We match up well with the Colts. We can sweep them. We get Tennessee. We get the Jets.
Yeah.
Well, all those things are true. The exception is that they put in a lot more work in the win column early, right? So instead
they
of
got
now
wins
trying
over a
to
lot
get
of good
to
teams. Yeah.
the playoffs, you're like, now it's about seeding.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
think how many before the season you thought, San Francisco, Kansas City. I mean, they beat some teams
Absolutely.
early. The Chargers.
The Chargers game.
So I mean, it's
even look at the Titans game. You held them to 3, and then they hung a bunch of points on the Cleveland
Right.
Browns the very next week.
This is a good team. Come out and see them.
All right, let's do it. Let's get another dub for the Jags and see how high they can go. I think they'd be 99% plus to be in the postseason. Wouldn't be mathematically locked in, but all but mathematically locked in with a win coming up
on
this
Sunday.
weekend. So,
Boy, think about the seasons they've had around here. I'll have to go back and find out the earliest they've clinched, because this is going to be pushing it.
no doubt. All right, John, have a great rest of your week. Appreciate you. Appreciate Donovan Darius and the other double D, Dylan Denmark. Good luck to Bulls. Tony Smith will be on the call tonight as they chase a state championship. And for all of us here at Jaguars Today, we'll welcome in D-Rock in the Breakfast Bowl tomorrow. Thanks for listening here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Get in the huddle with 1010XL's QB.
All right, guys, let's make a play for 1010XL.
David Garrard joins Mike and Fat Tony on Jaguars Today. Restored by